Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode on the survival world. That's right, we are back once again, and as you can see surrounding me, this is the perimeter totally cleared out. Now, I have just spent a very long time. This project, just clearing out the perimeter, has been probably about a 6 or 7 hour project. Because I did that third person time lapse you saw at the beginning of 2 episodes ago, and the time lapse in the previous episode, which if you haven't seen, that was a Q&A. I really hope you enjoyed that, and I hope the answers I provided for your questions were sufficient enough, I guess. Something funny I've decided to do is leave all these floating grass blocks, because sometimes they spawn the mini water ponds in the terrain spawn, sometimes they spawn floating grass, and I decided to leave that there. Anyway, what I've gone ahead and done is, first of all, added to my resource pack, I now have numbered things. So if I want to go, okay, I want to select the shovel, which one is that? 6? Okay, 6. You know, I can do it straight away, super easily. I've been wanting something like this for ages, just never really known how to do it, and this is a really cool, really good way of seeing what you need to use. Anyway, so the second thing is that all these chests, there's a lot of chests laying around the area. You can see these are just full to the brim with dirt and stone and stuff like that. I don't know why that's so empty. But yeah, you can see there's a number of those chests around. If I just fly around, you should see a few of them, hopefully. Right now I look kind of dumb because you don't see any. Okay, there we go. There's a whole load of chests. These are all filled with, you know, grass, dirt. That is the wood chest from before. I think I showed that in the previous episode, not sure. Not the previous episode, but 2 episodes ago, I guess. Episode 19. Doesn't feel like I recorded episode 20. Anyway, there should be one over... Okay, there's one over on that other side. Yep, there's a couple over there. And just a couple other chests that are floating around the place. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing anything about that in today's episode. I'm not going to be sorting out anything to do with the perimeter. The perimeter, as far as I'm concerned, is done. No mobs can spawn in this area. I just need to light up some of the caves. So obviously that'll come in... you know, in time, I guess. Eventually I'll clear out some caves. Not entirely sure how I'm going to do that one. Anyway, I don't have a bed on me. That's... oh, my bed's down there. So what I'm going to be doing for the beginning of this episode is doing a little bit of work on the witch hub, which you see up in the top left of my screen right now. Now this project is essentially going to house a whole bunch of farms and all the witch drops, if you know, if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes. Right now it's just a bit of a dirt frame, but obviously I still have some building to do. This I'm going to can. I was going to have like some sort of pillar in the corner. I thought it could be cool, but I'm not really feeling it anymore. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a little bit of aesthetic work in this area. I'm going to try and get this floor done and a little bit of the walls and get ready to implement some bulk storage areas, because that's what I'm going to try and do. The goal for today's episode is to build some bulk storage areas. Now, I should actually show you the design. Actually, no. I'll do a little bit of aesthetic work in this area. I've got some ideas for what I want to do for the floor here and the walls and stuff. And I'll be back with you once I've got a little bit of work done in this area. Alright, I think this floor design is pretty good. I like this floor design. It's kind of a bit of a classic at this point. Ever since the stripped logs were added, this has always been a floor design that I've liked. So I think I'm going to go with this for the floor design that goes all the way around this side. Obviously I'm going to have to put some lighting in the walls so no mobs spawn in this area, because once we light up all the caves, mobs will want to spawn in here. So yeah, we definitely want to make sure that can't happen. But basically the process I'm going to do to build this is a little bit slow, but essentially have my axe in my main hand. Actually, maybe if I switch it around, it should still work, right? No, it doesn't work. Okay, so the axe has to be in the main hand and the block in the offhand, just like that. And essentially you can double click each time you place and it'll strip the log automatically for you, which is really cool. Obviously it's not really automatic, you have to click twice, but you get the idea. And I might misplace a few logs, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, build this all the way around, and maybe start work on some of the design for this wall down here. I've got a pretty cool idea, let's hope it works out. And there we go, that is the last block. Now I got incredibly lucky in the fact that this pattern went all the way around without any discrepancies, which is actually really cool. But anyway, I went through almost all of these oak logs right here, just building this flooring, and you can see this, the moon is starting to rise. Now, I hope you enjoyed that little, could you call it a montage? Not really. It was kind of just a little mini progress updates, I guess. I kind of took that idea a little bit from my friend Game Mash. He's making a series that is relatively similar to mine, and so if you enjoy this series, you probably enjoy his, so I'd definitely recommend checking it out. It'll probably be in the description if I can remember. So yeah, if you're interested, please be sure to check that out. Anyway, so now I want to try and do, even though we're going to be building the bulk storage areas up here, I want to try and do a little bit of a design for down here. Because it'll just kind of tie this area together a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of all this dirt here, because, well, we don't really need it. Because obviously dirt isn't going to be in this design, in the final design. We may use a little bit of grass, but I highly doubt we're ever going to use any dirt. So let's get rid of these. Also, I left a couple gaps here for the water elevators to get to and from the bottom floor right there. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go ahead and dig this all the way down and build oak logs going up to here, and that was actually the perfect amount. And then I think we want to do that in all the corners, and then what I kind of want to do is, what are you doing up here, mate? I'm just going to ignore him, and he's probably going to end up doing a little bit of llama abuse again. Anyway, so if we do every 1, 2, 3 blocks maybe? Oh, yep, there's llama abuse one. Hopefully that'll work. Let's just map it out here. Yep, that works perfectly. Okay, every 3 blocks. So then we can bring this up like so. And then what I kind of want to do is have some sort of block going across here. Let me... I built it in a testing world. Let me take a look really quick. Alright, so essentially what I'm going to do here is, first of all, dig this back down, because I'm going to be moving it in by 1 block in this direction. So I'm going to move it into here. Now, what I'm going to have from there is, I think it wants to go 1 more up, and then I'm going to have a stair where this dirt block is right here, and then I want to put something else in the middle there. I'm considering maybe like a frontward facing oak log. That could look alright. What I want to do for that stair there is I want to use spruce. So spruce will, it kind of matches pretty well with the color of the oak right here. I'm going to put some spruce right there, and then maybe like even a redstone lamp might look cool, if we can, you know, manage to power that somehow. And I want to do that for all of those, but I'm not going to worry too much about this bottom floor just yet, because, you know, obviously we're not going to be working on the bottom floor. We'll be doing that in the coming episodes. What I want to do for today's episode is work on the area up here. So now I'm going to have to think of a design for up here. Yeah, give me a second to try and come up with something. Alright, so I'm in a separate creative mode testing world here, and this is the design I've come up with for the bulk storage area. Now, I think it could be really cool for a number of different reasons. So first of all, this chest is obviously accessible, and these lamps are actually going to show just how full the chest is. So I haven't done any of the redstone for that, as you will see out the back here. These notebooks are purely for decoration. They do work though, but yeah, at the moment just purely for decoration. That, I didn't realize that happened. You can't actually really tell that that's a thing unless you go all the way over here. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about those corner stairs forming. Anyway, you can see these are just stairs to allow the chest to open, obviously. Now I'm going to have hoppers going into that chest for the shulker boxes, which I should show you the design for that. I'll do that in a second, but this comparator will take an output from this chest and allow us to display up here just how full the chest is. Now I'm going to have to come up with some form of redstone contraption, something that doesn't actually lock any of these hoppers, and so yeah, that might be a little bit challenging. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the design for this shulker box bulk storage area. Alright, so here we are in the redstone testing world, and as you can see, right in front of me we have the design. Now this was designed by Ilmango back in, I think, 1.11 when observers were first added, as well as shulker boxes. He came up with this brilliant design, 1 block wide, tileable, absolutely amazing, and I'm going to be using this. Obviously it doesn't need to be 1 block wide and tileable in my instance, but I'm going to use this design anyway, just because, you know, it's a good design. It's a good design. So yeah, this is the design I'm going to be using. Basically what it does is it dispenses shulker boxes out to here. So let's just chuck a shulker box in there. So it dispenses shulker boxes, and these hoppers input the items into there. And this, basically this comparator will activate if, you know, this is full and this starts backing up. And so if it gets to 2 signal strength, this will turn this on, do some magical redstone things, destroy this shulker, put it in this hopper down here. You can see there's a few shulkers in here, and it'll dispense another one and start filling that one up next. So yeah, it's a really good design. Now what I have done is I've added onto it and added this. This is a binary counter now. Don't worry too much if you don't understand what any of this means. This is just me doing things that I think would be cool to do in redstone. You know, because this basically what it will do is count how many shulkers get filled up from this system in total. So this will be kind of like a stat keeper, essentially, to tell us how many shulkers have been filled up in total with the system. So it's essentially, when you go into statistics, it shows you all sorts of things like, you know, time since last death, note blocks tuned, all that. This essentially does that, but with redstone and for very specific things, like, you know, tracking how many shulkers of each item we fill up from the witch farm. I think it could be cool to come back in, you know, a couple months' time to the witch farm to see how many drops have come through with the witch farm in total. I think it would be a cool thing to do. So it also helps us debug if we mess up the design a little bit and shulkers go through, but they don't get caught by the hopper and end up despawning or something. Then we can, you know, track how many shulkers go through using this. And you can kind of see how this works. I can just hit this button, and that will also trigger this system, just like that. And it increases the binary counter. So very, very simple. And yeah, really cool. I'm going to try and simplify this as much as possible. If you want a tutorial on, you know, the end stat keeping design, then I can run you through it and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously you don't really have to know how this works to know what it does, I guess I'm trying to say. Alright, so now I'm back in the survival world, and as you can see, none of that is built. None of this down here is built. And what I'm going to have to go ahead and do is head all the way back to the starter base. I really need to put a nether portal in there. Maybe that's a project I should do also in today's episode. Anyway, I'm going to head all the way back to the starter base, which I always forget is in a bit more of a diagonal direction. It's somewhere over here, it should be anyway. Yep, there we go. There's the starter base. I'm going to head all the way back to the starter base and grab a little bit of dark oak wood, because that's what I'm going to be using in this design, as well as some of the other materials. And something I have just realized. Let me hop into the other world real quick. What we can actually go ahead and do is use an observer on one of these note blocks right here, and then, you know, have a piston, and you can see when I right click on this note block, the piston activates. How cool would it be if we have some sort of like secret room hooked up to one of these note blocks? That would actually be really, really cool. Like, it opens up something, you can click on one of these note blocks and it'll open up different things. That would be really, really cool, actually. Oh, that would be so awesome. I just don't know what I can use it for. Please let me know if you have any ideas for this in the comments section. Anyway, that was just a weird idea I had. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, gather up all the materials we need for the... Well, actually, no. I'm going to sit here in the creative testing world for a bit, try and come up with some more designs for how to, you know, how to actually build the system, and I will be back with you once I have hopefully gotten a bit of a better idea on how to build this thing. Alright guys, so I've come up with a little bit of a design out the back here. Now, it's not the most, it's not the best design in the world, I will be the first to admit, but I am pretty happy with it, to be honest. So, basically, I'm going to grab a whole load of shulkers. So these lamps will fill up progressively as we get more things. So you can see, if all 9 slots here are filled up, obviously that's not quite a quarter, so nothing is filled up. Fill up a little bit more, is it... Okay, so it's to there. So that much more is about a quarter, so it lights up 1 lamp. Then we just need to add a little bit more. That's not quite enough for another one. A little bit more, not quite enough. Actually, that'll go to halfway. So it should be, that won't be enough, and that should be enough. Yep, there we go. And then now, if we fill up the rest of this, let's just go progressively. It should not fill up until about a little bit through here. 1 more maybe? Yep, there we go. And then that fills up. And then this won't fill up until we get to full, and then it's maxed out. And at that point, it's a little bit dangerous to have the full system full of shulkers. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen though, but it's really good because at a glance we can see just how many drops we have and whether that'll be enough for whatever projects. Obviously, this is in shulkers, so, you know, it's pretty big. But, yeah, so this is the system we have here. I've discovered that furnaces are really, really good for using, you know, for determining stuff with comparators, because they have only 2 slots, so it's not a huge amount of things to fill up. And as long as you don't have smeltable items in the top, you can do whatever signal strength you want, so it's a lot more cheap and better than composters, I'd say. And yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. A lot more flexible as well. I'm going to go ahead, gather all the materials for a few of these, as well as some pillars, and I'm going to start planning some things out and building the bulk storage units. So let's take a look at what we have here. So this pillar in the corner, don't really know what block it's going to be out of. Probably dark oak, but yeah, I'll put dark oak there for now. We'll see how it turns out in the future. Obviously when we're fleshing this thing out a little bit more. Anyway, let's place the dark oak there. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a bit of a break. I'm going to have a separator here so we can go into the redstone or just have some sort of design there. Then I'm going to go another 1, 2, 3, 4 and block. Now, how much room does that give us? I think that gives us 3 blocks in the middle, which is actually perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4 block, break, and then 4. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that gives us a 3-block break in the middle where we can put, you know, nether portal, even a couple sheep farms or something like that, or a sheep farm, something along the lines of that. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. Now, I'm going to mirror this on the other side as much as... I'm trying to not do symmetry, but symmetry is just something that kind of comes... it comes along naturally in these builds. Anyway, so that'll be 4 blocks. That's only 3, just like that. Nope, it's another 4. I take that back. Jeez, this is why I can't do this while recording. Okay, and then that's a 3. And then basically, I'm going to have the nether portal on this side. So you just come out here. You can go down these elevators or up or whatever if you want to get into the center here, or you can go around. And there's the other bulk storage, and here is one of them. So obviously, it'll be a little bit annoying to get to that bulk storage area over there. But, oh well, I think it'll be fine. Alright guys, so I have gone ahead and head back to the base, and now we have a load of shulkers full of materials we're going to need to build the witch hut. The witch hub, sorry, in general. So we've got this shulker which is full of andesite, we got this one which is meant to just be full of cobblestone, but apparently it has dirt and grass as well. That's not really ideal. We have this one which has some of the miscellaneous woods plus a few extra redstone bits for, of course, the bulk storage units. This should be enough redstone, hopefully. We might need a little bit more redstone dust, but other than that, that should be enough. We've got a shulker of stone and a shulker of wood right here. This was meant to be all cobblestone. That's not the best. Anyway, and we've got a lot of wood because I went and mined about... I'd say about 5 stacks of logs, and then I realized that we have a little bit more sitting down in the chest. So yeah, that's how much wood we have in general. About half a shulker. Anyway, so now it's about time we start work on one of the bulk storage units. So it should be fairly simple to build. I'm going to go ahead and build that, and I will be back with you once I have got a little bit of that built, or at least the materials ready to build it. Okay, so I actually recorded one of these clips just beforehand, and then I realized I forgot to bring hoppers and sticky pistons and observers and redstone. Oh no, I brought redstone lamps, but I forgot the pistons and observers. So I went back, gathered those materials, and now I forgot the hoppers. There's always going to be stuff in projects that you always forget about. Anyway, let's go ahead and place down the stone cutter and crafting table here. Get rid of that. And what I'm going to do is start work on the front of it. So what we need is some cobblestone stairs right there. We need a little bit of wood. I'm going to use oak because we have a lot of oak, not much spruce. And let's grab us some redstone. I think we only need 6, but I'm going to go ahead and make 8 anyway. If I can craft things up properly. There we go, 8. So basically the design, I showed you the design before, but I'll show you again anyway. It goes up 3 just like so. And then up the back you can see some note blocks go in like that. Now that's purely for decoration, but we can actually make them do stuff if we so desire, by using observers, as I showed you before. Anyway, now we just need a chest down the bottom, which of course we can craft up once again. Let's craft up a double chest right here. I've memorized how many logs it takes to make a double chest, just like that. Then we need a few of these andesite stairs as well as some stone stairs. So let's just craft up half a stack of that, craft those up. I'm going to need these anyway. And then we can just go ahead and do a little bit of the design of checkerboarding them. I actually took this cool little design trick from Exumavoid because, I don't know, I think it looks really, really good. Anyway, then on top of that we have some redstone lamps. So let's grab some redstone lamps from this chest here. I don't think we'll need a stack of each redstone thing, but I will keep a stack on me anyway. And then we just have stairs that go along the top, and that'll actually be the front of the module done. Now we just need to do the redstoning side of things, and I might actually take you through that step by step as well. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and finished this little module here. Now I'm going to take you through a little bit of the redstone. Hopefully I can actually remember how to do this. So we need a redstone comparator there. I'm going to go into tutorial mode really quickly. Then we need to place redstone up like that. And then I believe it just goes back up and then into a full block right there with redstone on it. Now it needs to go up. That was a bad idea to jump off there. Up like that, if I can do it. There we go, just like that. Then I think it goes around, and there's two comparators. One is up here and one is up here, and then there's another one which is down on the bottom right here. This is going horribly. Okay, there we go. One on the bottom here. Now I believe that just goes into there, and then into the back of this one. Maybe? Is that it? And then into there. No, that's not right. Yes, that is right. And then a block up there. Is that it? Let me just check the design real quick. Okay, so kind of. The only change we need to make is that that block goes up like that. Okay, perfect. Now we just need a comparator going into there. I just fell off. Perfect. Fireworks. Thank you. I go through a lot of fireworks. I say this a lot, but yeah, I really do go through a lot of fireworks. And that was really dumb, just landing like that. Anyway, so now I need to also put a comparator going into there. I believe that's how that needs to work. So a comparator there, and then a furnace. Yes, okay, so there's a furnace up here. Then what I need to do is chuck another furnace here, a comparator outputting from there on top of this furnace into there with a little dot of redstone right there. Put that back and chuck that back over there, just like so. I need to chuck all these into subtract mode and chuck another furnace right there. So I need to put a sword in the bottom of that. And I have on a copy paste half a stack. I believe it's half a stack in this one. That would make sense, right? And then down in this one right here, we need an item and 19. So that should be 19 right there. And we need 28 in the last one. So let's try and get 28 items. 28, just like that. So now that should... Oh, I just messed that up. Okay, whatever. 24, 28. There we go. Okay, so let's group up all the items now. Okay, so that should be working. Should be working. I don't really have a way of testing it, but it should work. Oh, something else I forgot is blocks up here. And yeah, that should be done. So that is one of the modules done. Really, really simple, and actually a really cool little design. I'm actually quite proud of that, to be honest. And yeah, of course, that'll work with having a hopper line coming out the back here, and then we can have the module at the back here and have some more redstone bits going around. So this is gonna be a little bit of a mini base, which is really, really cool. I am really excited to see this go into action, I guess. Go into action. It'll be really cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and build 4 more of those modules. Wait, before I do that, something else I have realized is that there's a few more drops from the witch farm that I didn't really realize. So if we head up here, wait until the firework runs out. There's a redstone, looks pretty cool. Up here are all the witch farm drops. So I didn't actually get much. This was from doing all of the work, clearing out the perimeter and stuff. I got that many drops. Kind of sad. Anyway, we have 7 witch farm drops there, plus the honey, so that's 8, plus the flour, so that's 9. And I think that's about it. I think that's all the farms, plus sheep if we want to do that, so that would be 10. 10? That's a lot. 10 is a lot. I'm going to have to figure out some form of way to make those symmetrical. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously, 7 of those is taken up by one thing. And yeah, then 8, 9, 10. So we'll have to have maybe one on each side on that side or something. Or maybe one on each side. I don't know. We'll have to figure out some form of system. Maybe we can fit 2 on one of these sides because this is pretty big for having... I'll probably have a segment display and a button selector panel for the stat keeper, right? So I probably won't have to use this whole thing. So I can probably put 2 modules here and then use this whole thing as a super smelter, or the other way around, have the whole thing dedicated to that. I probably won't need that though, and the super smelter we can just add more furnaces, so that would probably be more ideal. Anyway, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, there's monsters nearby, get rid of those, is build a few more of the modules, and I'll be back with you once I have built some more of the modules and hopefully got a little bit more of the redstone in place. Alright guys, so what I've gone ahead and done is built a lot of these modules. You can see I have gone ahead and actually built 10 of these modules, as we said that we might have needed 10 before. So unfortunately right here you can see these kind of overlap a little bit and they don't look the best, but I think it's alright. I'm not gonna say it's too big of an issue. There's nothing too much we can really do about it, and I mean it looks alright. It looks alright. We can connect that somehow into some sort of roof design when we eventually get there. Obviously this is going to be a door that leads out here, so we can have, you know, some sort of log coming out here just like so. But remember when I said that having a stack of comparators, yes, 64 comparators will be way more than enough? It wasn't enough. I got halfway through building this module and actually ran out of comparators right here. So we need a few more comparators, but you can see all of the redstone for these circuits that basically show how many shulkers are in the chest. They're all done right here. And I'm sure there's better ways of doing it that I could have done, but this was quick, very easy, and it's good. I don't know, I like it. So yeah, they're the designs I went for, and I essentially gave you a block by block tutorial before, so if you want to build one of those, that is how you'll do it. Anyway, so right there is going to be where the module for the stat tracker, I guess, is going to be. Right there, and then over here will be a super smelter. Now I want to put a nether portal right in here. Now I kind of I don't really want to build the room that goes out to there just yet. I don't think I'm going to worry about that just yet. But something I do need to actually do, I have just realized, is actually build the bulk storage for the shulkers. But to be honest, I'm a little bit redstoned out right now. A little bit redstoned out. I honestly just feel like doing a little bit of building right now, to be honest. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of building. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, first of all, the transition into this room. This is going to be a behind the scenes area, and because we're not underground, I don't have to, you know, just dig it out and replace the blocks, the wall blocks with stone with something else. I can just put something else there. And what am I going to make the walls out of? Probably stone brick will blend in with the redstone a bit, because I built the redstone out of stone brick, right? What I do want to do is add these bits right there. Because the door will be an inside door, just like that. Which, by the way, which door should I use? Should I use the dark oak door? I haven't used the dark oak door for anything for quite a long time, I do have to say. Let's chuck that there. I think that looks good. I actually really like the look of that, to be fair. Okay, unfortunately we're going to be just one door short, which kind of sucks. But at least, you know, it's easy to place that log in. If we had to, you know, pillar out the side, that would be a pain each time. I'm going to put some doors in and start building a little room around this. I'll be back. Alright, so I've opted in to go for a fully andesite floor. Now, it might be a little bit expensive, but I think it looks pretty decent. And I'm probably... I don't want to do the walls out of just stone brick. I might end up doing them out of something else. Not entirely sure what yet. I don't want to use andesite. Stone... I don't really want to make the walls straight out of stone. Yeah, I don't know what I want to make the walls out of. Probably, maybe like some oak planks or something. That could work. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. But this place is starting to come together. I'm really happy with how this thing is starting to look. I will say. It's starting to look really, really good. And, yeah, it is. It's starting to come together. Of course, I just need to make a portal over there. And then this side will essentially be done. We just need to build the roof up here, as well as the front and the balcony area around, I guess you could say. So let's go ahead and build some of this wood going in like so. I think, yeah, I think I'm just going to continue this floor design all the way to the nether portal, which will probably, I could do it straight at this layer. Should I just do straight the nether portal like that? I might actually end up doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to head up to the witch drop area up here, clear this nether portal, and replace it down the bottom. And I guess I'll be back with you once I've done that. Look at that thing. That thing is starting to look really cool. Ugh. I started building the interiors for this side for, you know, the maintenance area, I guess. It's not going to be a super glamorous project, the maintenance areas, I guess, so I might actually go ahead and do that off camera. Anyway, I don't have a flint and steel on me, which kind of sucks, but I think, what block should we put behind here? Maybe we should just do the classic checkerboard. I think I'll just do the classic checkerboard right here. Yes, I did steal this design from Exumavoid a little bit. He did this back in Season 5, I do believe, but I really like how it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Anyway, let's just continue that beam along there, and yeah, that's good. I like how that incorporates into the build. Of course, we just need a flint and steel, which I don't think I have a flint and steel. I have a steel. Do I have a flint? Probably not. Actually, I probably do in one of these chests. Okay, let me just take a really quick look in some of these chests right here. Hopefully, we have at least gravel. Okay, we have gravel. I have my silk touch pick on me. Fortune pick. I meant shovel before, but pick now. Okay, now that that's done, I may as well do this on camera. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. We've made a lot of progress in today's episode. We really have. It might be a little bit of a long one. Let's take a look at this thing from the other side. I like that. I really, really like that. I think that looks incredibly cool. Really, really cool. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have to figure out some sort of design with these sections. I don't really want to just put stone brick stairs because we're going to have to do something interesting with the roof. Anyway, if we head through here, let's see if this links up properly. And it looks like it does. Will this link back up to it? That's a real question. I might not be able to go back yet. Oh, yep, there we go. It links up. Perfect. Oh, that's really, really awesome. Alright, I'm really glad about that. Anyway, I think we've made a lot of progress in today's episode. In the next episode, I might go ahead and do a little bit more aesthetic work around this place, as well as hopefully finish off some of these modules right here, and maybe even build the super smelter. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of new to this type of video. I've always wanted to do a project like this. Always wanted to do a project like this where it's detailed, really, you know, nice interiors in this kind of a style. Always wanted to, but never been able to. And now, I guess I am able to, which is totally, totally awesome. I am really happy with this right now. So, if the episode's a little bit sloppy, the planning there's not really too much planning, to be honest. And so, yeah, please let me know what you think of this episode. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.